Alright, welcome back to Training Your Virtual Pet. It's me, Mr. Baumgarten, once again. Today we're going to put in a little bit of a screensaver function into our virtual pet. So it can hibernate if we're not using the screen for a certain period of time, save the battery life so that it goes longer between charges. Alright, so let's figure out how we're going to do that, shall we? Like most of the things that we've been doing, we're going to create a new function for hibernating or having a nap or going to sleep or power saving or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it hibernate. And so there's a few things that we're going to want to do when we hibernate. We'll turn off the backlight. Which will turn off the screen and save the battery. And then we'll wait until we press the screen to wake it up again. So while not screen pressed, so while we haven't pressed the screen, we're just gonna wait, right? And so we can just do U time, go to sleep, and wait a second, and then have you press the screen? No. Go to sleep another second, have you press the screen? No, wait another second, and so on. Right, once you have pressed the screen, we will clear the queue so that it doesn't trigger the menu for whatever part of the screen you clicked on. Right, and then we'll turn the backlight back on so that we can actually see what's going on. Right, and that's actually all that's really required for your hibernation. I might just put on maybe a printout for when it's connected to your computer so you can see what's going on. Going into hibernation. And then here we can say print waking up. Okay, now how do we trigger that function to happen? So we need to keep track of how often we interact with our device. So I'm going to create a variable, last activity, and we're going to get the time, utime.time, right? And that is just going to be, it's a number, it's number of seconds since, I think it's the 1st of January 2000 on MicroPython. On normal PCs, it's the 1st of January 1970. But MicroPython is a little different. Okay, so we're going to record the time when we turn on our computer, and then every time we tap the screen, we're going to update that to say, hey, you know, we've done some more activity, and it happened at this time. Right? But then, if we don't press the screen for a certain amount of time, then we're going to go into hibernation mode. So if the current time minus whenever we did the last activity, right? So that's just going to give us a number, right? If that number is, say, bigger than 120 seconds, right, that means we've gone 2 minutes since we've pressed the screen. So if that happens, then we are going to go into hibernate. But then when we come out of hibernate, we'll update and say, okay, look, you know, that counts as activity, because otherwise we'll just go straight into hibernation again. We need to update that as we go. And that should be it. So I'm still running from previous program. Save. Run. Now, you're not going to want to wait 2 minutes for this to do it. First of all, I'll just let it boot up first. Okay, so I've got my Mario booted up, and I'm going to wait 2 minutes, and hopefully it'll be hibernated. Okay, so my 2 minutes is almost up. In about 10 seconds, it should go into hibernation mode, and we should get a printout statement happening here. And any second now. There we go. Boolean object is not callable. So I had an error on my 210 utime yeah, that's because this is not a function. I'm just checking a boolean, so my bad. Now I've got to wait another 2 minutes to check that this works again. All right, so in about 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, Mario, do your thing. There we go. Going into hibernation, and the screen went blank. But if I tap it, it should crash because no attribute. It's get press. Okay, let's see if I'm third time lucky. I'm deliberately leaving some of this fixing of mistakes in my videos, so you can see that I'm human, and you know that it doesn't matter how experienced a programmer you are, you make mistakes and you need to be able to deal with them and problem solve them. So there you go, that hibernation worked. I tapped the screen and it woke back up. This is Mr. Baumgarten signing out.